What's up, guys? Assassin here, and today in the arena I have quite the deck for you guys to behold today. I have named this the Pest deck ever, and yes, if you are familiar, then you may not be exactly interested, or maybe you are interested, but this is in fact going to be the Witherbloom Apprentice deck. If you watch Covert Go Blue, then you will probably know this deck, but after watching, I had to craft this deck. I had to try it out, and I've been playing it for some time now. So after our dragon video, I thought, hey, Pest deck ever. So we will be taking this combo into the arena today. Real quick, not going to go super in depth, but the idea is to use things like Hunt the Specimen, and I have this little grub card that I put in there. This is not something that CGB actually played, but of course I play in Historic, so I have access to some other things that he didn't when he played this deck in Standard format. But the idea is to use cards like that, as well as iTwitch can learn, and what it will be learning about is, in fact, pest summoning. And so the idea is to get out little dorky token 1/1s, primarily pests, like I said, off Hunt the Specimen, as well as Sedgemoor Witch, and the pest summonings that are in our sideboard, which of course Twitch will fetch out of our sideboard for us when it dies and it learns. But the idea is to get those little creatures out like that. And then once you have those creatures out on board, you'll be holding your Witherbloom in hand and Plumb the Forbidden. And so Witherbloom Apprentice says whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses a life and you gain 1 life. And then Plumb the Forbidden, as an additional cost to cast it, you can sacrifice 1 or more creatures. And when you do, you get to copy this spell for each creature sacrificed this way, and you draw a card and lose a life. Now, Plumb the Forbidden of its own already draws a card and loses a life, but the idea is to sack all of those tokens, draw a bunch of cards, and deal your opponent a bunch of damage with the Witherbloom, as you also gain life. And, of course, the Bastion of Remembrance will also cause them to lose life. We have a Dana, I honestly don't know how you pronounce that, Soul Stelper, which will cause them to lose life, and another little tech I put in there of the Sephiroth. So, anyway, the idea, get a bunch of little creatures out, have Witherbloom and Plumb in hand, play the Witherbloom, and no matter what our opponent does, we can just simply respond with the Plumb and deal them a ton of damage. So, with that being said, guys, let's get into the arena and assassinate the competition. Never mind the little control deck, if you just saw that right there. That might be in a future video. I don't know. Honestly, I was playing it last night, and I really I did not like it. I won. I controlled the game. They didn't get to play Magic, and I did pick up a couple of wins off of it, but man, it was very slow, very boring. I mean, hey, it's control, but I don't know, it just felt like something I've done a lot, so I'm very excited to be playing something different today with you guys, seeing if we can pull off this combo. So we have the Plumb, we've got a iTwitch, a Village of Rites, and another little creature to make some tokens, so definitely a good keep. Be able to get some draw in. I've learned, like, when you have Village and you have the iTwitch on board, honestly, you want to attack a few times with that iTwitch. I mean, just taking our opponent's life away little at a time actually does more than you would think in this deck. And so we do have the combo in hand, which is going to be really good for us. Go ahead and get in with this iTwitch, and honestly, I think we will just play the Grub, sorry. That way we can have something to hit with our village rights. Get some more creatures on board before we activate our plum. We'd like to see a bastion here. Just want to maximize our damage, so we're definitely in a pretty good position so far. It'd be nice if we had removal for that Gix, though. There's a Sephiroth. That definitely does help. I'm thinking we just sack the Eye Twitch to the Sephiroth. We get to draw a card, and we can get some removal in the form of a lesson. That way we can deal with that Gix. We'll just block it with the Grub until then. So we'll get the Necrotic Fumes. That'll take care of the Gix. Now, if you would like to see what cards I do have actually in the sideboard, just stay tuned. I will show you that after we play our games here. I did not even think of that. That is a very, very powerful card. If you're playing vampires, this is a fantastic card. So let's see what they will put on the field here. The good thing with the Pest deck is, honestly, you really don't have to interact with your opponent much at all. Truly, we'll just go ahead and let it die. We would rather have the tokens deal some more damage, get a couple of tokens, and I think, honestly, we kill the Planeswalker here. Does kind of put us back yet another turn, but that's all right. We have nothing but time to go off with our combo here. Trading the Sephiroth for the Gix kind of seems probably crazy, honestly. So we'll just pass it up here. Definitely need to find that fourth land, though. Well, Deep Cavern Bat is going to interfere with that combo. So that is not good for us at all. Honestly, though, I've learned that with this Witherbloom deck, honestly, you don't even have to have the Witherbloom. Yeah, I mean, that's a hard choice there because we don't really need the Witherbloom. We have so many ways to just deal damage that it's not completely important. I think we play Bastion here and just secure more ways to deal damage once we do go off. And we'll just keep sitting on this for a minute. Yeah, it's definitely getting to a place where we really need to do something here. Hopefully we will get that fourth land. That is an awesome top deck for us. Not sure what our play is here. I kind of just want to play the Dinah, but I also kind of need to draw some cards. I need an answer for this Shieldred. I don't think we're close enough to killing them yet, but let's see. Let's just go ahead and play the Soul Stubber. We have combo in hand, lots of potential damage on board. One cool thing with this deck too, I didn't really go over it when we were looking at the actual deck prior to these games, but board wipes do not affect us that much, which is funny. They're actually board wiping now, just due to the fact that we still get our damage, you know, in from the creatures dying. But I'm thinking Maybe we plum here, so our Sephiroth flips and actually survives this. It's kind of it's kind of a crazy play. I mean, we would take a lot of damage. I guess we'll just go ahead and respond with Village Rites here, since our whole board is going to get annihilated. Well, that's good. We found our own board wipe, so we'll just reset the game. We're going to take a lot of damage from this Shelly, but that's alright. Just completely start over here. But like I said, board wipes, man, when they board wipe us, a lot of decks like to board wipe this Pest deck, and I'm not sure why, because it never ends well for them. Honestly, I don't think I want to use the Damnation here. I don't even think we have to be honest. Yeah, opponent gives us the nice there. Yeah, our deck isn't very affected by your board wipes, sir. We'll play the Sedgemoor Witch. That way when we hunt for Specimen, we will get even more Pest. And then when we plum, the cool thing with the Sedgemoor Witch is whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, you create a Pest. So whenever you do plum or anything that sacrifices your little Pest, Sedgemoor Witch will actually replace them and just keep the loop going. That is a very good card. Board wiping actually might be important here. Unless we draw... if we can draw our 5th land, we could hunt for Specimen, get our other Necrotic Fumes, and just exile that Conqueror. Which we did in fact do. I'm thinking that might be the route we just go here. Still want to kill the Shelly, but honestly, it hasn't affected us that much. I think we're in pretty good control of this matchup here. So we'll go ahead and exile that Conqueror. We don't really need them gaining life when we're trying to kill them. And see, that token just replaces itself. It's like it never even happened. This deck, honestly, is the most uncaring deck that I've ever probably played in Magic the Gathering. It's like we truly don't care what they do. We don't really care what we do with our own stuff. Like, none of it really matters to us. And that is a tapped land, unfortunately. I'm thinking maybe we play the Bastion here and Witherbloom and just set up to go off. If this last card here is not a removal for the Witherbloom, which they very well could have saved all this time just for our Witherbloom, but honestly, if they did, I think they could have killed something else more important. But let's go ahead and play the Bastion here. Or we just hold up Plum. That's also an option. But I think we'll go with the Witherbloom. And honestly, I think if they don't have an answer for the Witherbloom here, they're just dead. They could be dead anyway, but... Another Sorin. But I believe they have just put everything out there because I think they've exhausted all that they have, and I feel confident that that Plum will definitely finish this game for us. If not, it's definitely going to get us very close to it. And then we could just board wipe, I guess. Did a good bit of damage to us. They do find their own combo. Wow. 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 Wait, why didn't that... Why didn't it combo? What am I missing here? Huh. Why didn't their deck combo? Let's see. We've got 6. I'm tempted to play the Wither Bloom and then just board wipe. That way we don't get comboed ourselves. And just see how much damage it does, honestly. Especially because the Shieldred, if we plum, I mean, that's so much damage we take here. So let's just board wipe and see what happens. This is what combo's all about, right? I mean, let's just go for it. A lot of triggers. Wow. Oh my gosh, and they have another Shelly. Wow. This has definitely been an interesting game. So what are they putting on the field from their hand? A Conqueror. Okay. We lose some life, they gain some life. Yep. And they do, in fact, combo us out. Wow. Alrighty, guys. I'm guessing we just gave them too much time there, to be honest. I'm just thinking we gave them too much time. Maybe we should have pushed harder for our combo there. Wow. An impressive win from the opponent, I guess, though. I mean, I definitely hate the Sanguine Bond combo there. I don't know, though. I'm going to have to watch that back after we're done recording these videos today, because I don't know why the Vito didn't combo when the Bond came down and the opponent gained life. I'm not sure what happened in that interaction there. I think this is a pretty good hand here, too. Our opponent doesn't start off too fast, too crazy. We just hunt for specimen, get pest summoning. Go ahead and get us some good amount of creatures out on the board. We've got Plum, which the Deep Cavern Bat may take. I don't know, like Soul Stelper seems like a pretty good take here. Yep, they do in fact take that. I think we just stick to plan, though. I mean, not that worried about getting that Soul Stelper back. Wow, they're going to kill a token here. Our opponent is determined to let us have nothing, I guess. So we'll make 2 tokens. If they don't like 1, why not make 2, right? Desecration Demon. Wow, I haven't seen that card in so long. I don't even know what the point of doing that was. I was in literal shock of not having seen it in so long. I just made such a terrible play, but whatever. But yeah, I haven't seen Desecration Demon since like Theros days. That's alright, we'll exile it with our fumes. Nice. Of course we would deal with something like that. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this one, guys. I think this is very, very bad for us. You're seeing potentially maybe the worst combo player in history today. I'm not sure what's going on with me. Do we just plum so at least we get something out of the token? Because if not, we're just stuck with a necrotic fumes, right? I mean, we have nothing going for us. At this point, we just need a board wipe. We had a Crux of Fate. That's good. We're gonna get smacked by this demon, though. Okay. Now let's see if we can get it back together and actually make something happen here. We've had some terrible, terrible plays at the beginning of this game. It just, I don't know why it shocked. It's so funny to me. It just shocked me so much to see a Desecration Demon. It has been so long. Alright. Go ahead and play the Witch. So we can maximize getting as many pests out there as possible. We'll hunt for specimens again. They're thinking about killing it, huh? Okay. Grab another pest summoning. They're just not letting us have anything here. I wonder if they'll take the Soul Stelper again. I still think that's what I'm taking if I'm the opponent in this situation. There's only so many cards there. Which one would you like? Yep, Soul Stelper. I mean, the rest of this without it's kind of just useless junk, right? Bastion, that's not bad. Do we exile the bat here? Just get our Soul Stelper back, or just keep... I think we just keep building our board. We'll just block that Foundry. Might take one from the bat here. They have another Edict that really sucks for us, because when we try to play our Witherbloom, they're definitely going to play that, which, like I said in the little tech there before this, we can totally just respond with Plum, so I think maybe Necrotic here might be actually worth it. I really want to know what their last card is here. Deal a little damage, gain a little life. Get our Soul Stelper back. Do we want to play Witch? I think I want to play Witch. I want to know what this last card is. Why not? Could potentially be a board wipe. Okay. Gain a little life, lose a little life. Slowly but surely, we will reduce them to 0. That is our plan. Yup, gonna take our Witch out again. Now, is that last card actually useful? Or was it the card that they top deck and the cut down was what they had as their last card? It's also a question we have here. Foundry in for 2. Another Soul Stelper. So we'll play the one they know about. See if they'd like to respond. I'm thinking we desperately need to resolve this Plum. I think last game we lost simply waiting way too long. Trying to control the game, we're not a control deck. So I don't want to wait on it too long. I think whatever they do here, we're just going to respond with Plum. Remove the Soul Stelper. Play something. Whatever it is they have to do, if anything. I think we're just responding with a Plum here. Okay. mean, it's no secret. They know we have it and we need cards and we've got to kill them some way, right? Great. Great start. Great start. Oh, come on, deck. The best deck ever, and we're just drawing lands. One more card. A Witherbloom. Not bad if we get something to actually help with it. Plum is not it. Okay. So I guess game plan 1 point at a time here with a Soul Stilper. What a depressing way to try to win a game here. Do we just... Honestly, I think we just do it. I think it's totally fun. I mean, we have one more, right? They have nothing. Nothing that you can take from us. That was our 3rd out of 4 plums, though. That is the very bad news of this, but... we still have cards like Sephiroth. The opponent is firmly sticking to the Foundry plan. Our 4th plum. I cannot honestly believe we drew that. Can we play it all here? Let's see. 4, 6, 7. Yeah. I don't see a reason to wait. No. No, 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 no. No, we let the... no. No, we let the auto tapper get us. Guys, I'm learning, and I hope in time, as the channel goes on, that I can do better at it, but I'm learning it's very hard not to misplay when recording. It's like I focus so much on trying to talk, you know, and like, I guess, inform you or whatever on what's going on in the game, like commentate on it, that like misplay almost just seems like a common thing. So is that enough? Thinking that's GG. Yep. Poorly executed, but there you go, guys. The best deck ever. That is what we're here to do. Well, I say we play at least one more. And hopefully I can actually refrain from making misplays in this match, and hopefully we get a good pairing and a good hand. I know that's a lot to ask from the Magic gods, but we need it here. I want to end this video off on a bang and really hit this Plum Witherbloom combo here. Maybe I should try to, while also commentating and trying to keep this entertaining for you guys, also think a little bit more instead of impulsively doing things while yapping. Matchmaker does not want to give us an opponent. I fear that it believes we will be severely disappointed in our belief that we're going to combo this game. I mean, I think it's all right. It's a hand, right? I don't know what we're playing against. though. That is what concerns me. But we do have Twitch, Hunt the Specimen, and then a turn 3 Sephiroth. Or just playing our pests. Of course they would manage to snatch a plum from us. We'll take the 2 for now. Let's go ahead and hunt. They're gonna kill a token here. Or a plum down. Very unfortunate. Hoping this doesn't hit another plum. Nope, it hits a grub. But it does get to look at the cards that it already exiled, which is kind of wild. I mean, did they just play that grub here? Just for another creature? Yeah. I mean, hey, it's a creature, right? And it does make 2 tokens when it dies. Kind of want to play Sephiroth, but I'm thinking we have to go Pest Summoning, right? Or is going all out on combo just stupid? There's our plum. So let's go ahead and get more pests. That way we know we're going to have a nice big board. And we have Sephiroth out. We'll have Witherbloom out, hopefully. We do need a 4th land, though. Or, sorry, no, we have a 4th land. We just need our opponent not to do something crazy that kills us. That's what we need. Of course, they're going to have flying. Okay. 4th land. Pest Summoning. I'm not sure we're going to get the time here. I'm very, very worried about what they're going to end up doing here. More lands. So they just have our plum. I mean, honestly, if I'm them, just for card draw, I'm playing that plum on that grub, to be honest. We know that them losing more life wouldn't be good, but if I'm them, I'm definitely getting my 2 tokens out of that and drawing me some cards with that plum. Which is exactly what they're going to choose to do, so... $14-14. But we do have the combo in hand. We will flip Sephiroth, I do believe. Yeah. And we hold. And hope they do not kill us next turn. That is the hope that we have here. Okay. Well, they're going all in on this card. Does have double strike. Okay. I just hate that they have the life gain. That's what really sucks for us. We don't do great against anything that can gain a bunch of life. Alright, let's go ahead and do our plum here. Try to gain some of that life back for ourselves. The opponent's always giving us the nice, but it's not really nice to me if we're not going to win. I mean, it's cool, but nice. I don't know about that. We want to win. We want a W here. No Sephiroth flip, unfortunately. We had to sack the Wither Bloom, which I did not want to do. And now I'm thinking we just board wipe with our handful of cards and hope that can figure it out from there. Seems good. Yeah, I'm thinking it seems good. Give the opponent the no rest, no mercy, no matter what. Yep, and that's going to find the big colossal hammer, right? Nope. So did they just not play the colossal hammer? Because that's what this whole time when I've been saying I've been worried, that's what I've been worried of. And I'm not seeing that, which is strange. Not that that's any slacking play right there. That's pretty good, but definitely been looking for that hammer. Let's go ahead and get this down. It's proof haste, but they're probably going to give it flying, right? Definitely going to give it flying. Go ahead and play our Soul Stepper. No real need to hold it in hand. This does give -2 to everything. But I'm thinking that's definitely going to get bigger, right? +1, double strike, trample. I mean, yeah. Hexproof, we're not able to target it. I guess we're just getting another Pest summoning. Oh, we definitely really need something to happen here very, very quick. Their deck is no slack of pressure here. At least they used all, well, 2 mana left. Equips for 2. So they do get... Man, that's just flying still, though. Okay. I always feel like these decks that go in on one creature is just so gimmicky. I mean, they're very powerful. Don't get me wrong, especially with stuff like Shelter by Ghost now. But I don't know. It just seems gimmicky. Like they could be doing something, better. But man, I really wish we had a way to draw some cards. I think we're going to have to do some crazy stuff here. Get out of my face. Let's see. And then we just -2 everything? And that should be GG, right? Yeah, I think that's GG. So see, sometimes the combo isn't always all about Witherbloom or Plum. There's many different ways to just take our silly little tokens that we do not care anything about and ruin the opponent's day. But this has been the best deck ever today in the arena with Assassin. Guys, continue to assassinate the competition, and we'll see you next time.